Okay, don't click off this video just because of the color, because I am here to tell you about the very first wig that I wore to work that I got more compliments on than any other wig I have worn ever. I am not joking. This is Rene of Paris Kai. Now this is in a very, very much a fashion color, but Kai comes in other colors. And I'm not joking when I say this was one of the first wigs that I could wear because it's not poofy, it is super, super flat to the head, and the style was similar to how I wore my hair. So if you want to know more about the wig that helped me wear wigs to work, then stick around. My name is Denise. I'm also known as Hey Wig Sister on Instagram and Facebook. Rene of Paris actually sent me this wig, so they helped support the Wig Sister retreat that I co-hosted in October, and they sent 19 of these Kai wigs in this color Melted Ocean for me to give away. I kept one so that I could make this video, but also make a Tip Tuesday video. So we're going to talk a little bit about the work that I believe all Kai wigs need to really be the most realistic. But truly, when I first started wearing wigs, I purchased a topper. I didn't know anything about wigs. I didn't know what I was doing. It was kind of a disaster. Maybe I'll tell that story in another video. And so I had to find other wigs to wear. And like many of you, I was buying tons and tons of wigs because I would watch reviews and it would look beautiful on the reviewer, and then I'd get it and it was terrible on me. And it just took so long for me to be comfortable seeing myself in wigs. Somewhere along the line, in those first few months, I got myself a Kai wig and I wore it to work quite a bit in the very beginning, and the compliments that I got blew my mind. So I knew I needed to tell you guys about this wig when I got this one. So let's get into the details of this wig. I do think it needs some work. Every Kai wig I've ever had does, but I'm going to tell you what work, and I have some videos to show you how to do those things. Let's take a look at this one from all sides. So one of the struggles that I have with Kai, and literally every Kai that I've had has done this, it's a very serious face flopper. So when I first started wearing wigs, I didn't know how to deal with that. So I just tucked it a lot. Sometimes I wore a clip or I bobby pinned it. But when I tucked it away, that helped a lot with the face flopping. Now, and over the past few years, I have made tons of Tip Tuesday videos showing you how to work with certain things like this. And now I know that I can use a clothing steamer on a regular synthetic, which this is a regular synthetic, to help with face flopping. I actually have a video where I kind of revamp a wig with a clothing steamer that is made with regular synthetic. I'll link that in the description until I'm able to do some sort of a Tip Tuesday with this one. Another thing that I think Kai needs is the part plucked. It is a very, very densely knotted part. You really can't see the scalp at all. And for me, I don't like that. I really want to be able to see a part line. I think it looks more natural to me because I can see my own part line. I've always been able to. So for those of you who had thicker hair and maybe you didn't really see a defined part line, that might not bother you. But I do have videos showing how to pluck a part line, so there'll be a ton of videos linked in the description box to help you. Another thing that I think this Kai struggles with a little bit in the darker colors is visible knots. You can kind of see those visible knots there. I just hide visible knots with face powder. I just use, cheap face powder. You can get a face powder at the dollar store if you don't wear face powder, and just dab it on the knots, and that will help a ton. Again, I'll put another video in the description box. I know that sounds like a lot, but when you're struggling so much and every wig you put on doesn't work, and then you find one that works, but it needs a little tweaking, to me, that's just part of the journey. So while I think all of us would love to just get every wig out of the box, plop it on our head, and have it be perfect, that's really not how it works. And so learning some of these things really will help you a ton. And I'm not exaggerating when I said Kai was kind of that first wig that helped me get over the hump, even though it needed some work. So there's that lace. It's not ear to ear. It's very kind of a narrow lace front, but it does have one. There's the mono part. It's left going over to the right. We've got ear tabs with bendable stays, and they are the soft material. There is no extended nape, and there are bra strap adjusters so that you can adjust the fit around your circumference a little bit, and then the rest is open wefted. This wig, to me, is very big on my head. Rene of Paris is known for being more of a true to average brand, but there's such a wide variety in the cap fits in their wigs because they carry so many collections, and all of their collections have a little bit of a different cap style. And so I have had Rene of Paris wigs be really tight on me, and I've had Rene of Paris wigs be really big on me. Kai runs big in my opinion. I get a ton of extra cap up here. It's really big around my circumference. I cinched it in a fair amount, and I would still have to wear a wig grip with this one so that it would be secure. But with a wig grip, it's going to be fine. I can wear it all day. I do not have to worry about it coming off. So if you're unfamiliar with wig grips, I'll link a couple of videos below just to give you an idea of wig grips. And there's lots of different ones on the market, and they're not all the same. And so sometimes it can take some trial and error to find what will work for you. It did for me. One of the reasons why I was so successful with Kai is zero Permatease. This is so flat to my head. There is no volume on the top. It is very flat, very sleek, blunt edges, very straight. So really, I think every wig I had struggled with the volume until I got to Kai. So I would say this is really kind of a lowish, medium to low density with no proof and no volume. If you need some volume on the top, you're not getting it with Kai at all. But if you struggle, that really could be what you need. So for those with love volume, Kai's not the one for you. If you struggle with volume, maybe Kai is. So we're going to talk about color, but let me just sort of summarize because I've been sort of all over the place. I was thinking about the best way to do this video, and I didn't want to do it like all my other wig reviews because Kai really does hold a special place in my heart. The struggles that I've had are absolutely able to be remedied. There's going to be tons of resources below for you. Kai does look a little shiny in most of the colors that I've seen, but I do have a video where I use dry shampoo to show you how to tackle that. Not dry shampoo, baby powder, but you can use dry shampoo, you can use cornstarch. I didn't do anything about the shine when I first started wearing wigs. It was just, there were too many other things I needed to figure out, so I ignored the shine. I didn't notice it a whole lot. And so for some, shine isn't going to be an issue, but if it is, there are a lot of videos on YouTube to help you tackle that. It's real common with regular synthetic fibers. So there's always trade-offs. So hopefully this gave you all the information that you needed to make a really good decision and maybe assess whether Kai is the right style for you or not. All right, let's talk about color. Melted Ocean. This color is beyond interesting. We have got all sorts of blue tones. The rooting is a deep, like a sapphire blue. We've got some pale blue, some, they call it capri blue, pastel blue into a white on the ends. Very interesting. So the top may look black in this lighting, but it is absolutely not black. It is a super deep blue. But like I said, Kai comes in a ton of other colors, brunettes, blondes, there's lots of choices. So if fashion colors aren't your thing, don't worry. This isn't the only color that she comes in, but it is fun to be able to show a fashion color every now and then, especially in a wig that I know can be a great everyday wig because it was for me. But if you want to try something really unique and you love blue, Melted Ocean could be for you. All right, I do have an outside look at this color, so I'll tack it on the end. And I just want to thank Rene of Paris for helping to support my very first ever Wig Sister retreat and sending a whole bunch of these so that wig sisters can walk away with a really fun wig. And I'll make sure it's linked below at name brand wigs, and I can save you 30% on all Rene of Paris wigs and many of the brands that they carry, so look below for that coupon code. See you guys soon.
Melted Ocean. I mean, if you're looking for a fun color, it's pretty fun. There's that dark root. Just that blend. I mean, really, Melted Ocean is perfect. The best name. I'd love to be at that table when they're looking at these colors and trying to decide what to call them. That'd be fun. I'd also be curious what the throwaway names were. All right. There you go.
Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.